I'm well aware of our history. We have not built a tradition of winning here. But I believe you got to dream big. And the challenge for us is how do we go establish ourselves as one of the premier clubs on and off the pitch, and not just Major League Soccer, but the sport of football worldwide.
The city really took to this franchise right from the get-go. People loved going to the game down by the lake. But practically every year, there's been a new management team in place. They've all said that they're going to turn things around. They've brought in new players, but they haven't been the right players. So it's like the boy that's cried wolf. Fans are frustrated at the fact that nobody's been able to deliver on their promises.
We won 12 major championships. We won the Supporters' Shield 4 times. We won the MLS Cup 4 times. We were pretty relentless in our pursuit of excellence. I want to instill that same mentality here in Toronto. And I have a big enough ego to think that I can, bring some trophies here.
He was the most famous football player on the planet at the time, and still might be. And I think the fact that we won championships with David made that team and that brand a world brand. And so it will forever have an impact on that franchise. It will forever have an impact on the league.
6 years ago, we convinced one of the great players in the world to come here and help us take the league to the next level. Go ahead. To David. To David!
You always want to catch these kinds of opportunities when they have some place to go, not when they've already been there. The road that hasn't been traveled. Our goal here now is to establish ourselves as a club that is of ambition and vision.
Leiweke brings a kind of showman approach to running a sports enterprise and has shown that he's not afraid to sign the biggest names on the planet. And I think that Kevin Payne was somebody who knows the league inside out. It's his world, MLS. So they've got the right people in place. It's now up to them to put their plan into operation.
We have a good young nucleus of players, but they're not difference makers. So we're trying to find some difference makers. Why don't I just send her an email now saying we're willing to do that deal for him?
I'm not interested in a 5-year plan, and Kevin knows that now. There is a sense of urgency here. This is Major League Soccer. We turned the Galaxy around in 2 years, and then we went on a run, and they've been on a run ever since. We need to do that here, and we need to do it now. I have great respect for Kevin Payne. We will see him again in soccer, I hope, because I think he's a good leader. And the reasons that ultimately were behind what we did here will stay between Kevin and I.
I got a call from Tim saying that they were interested in bringing me in to be the next GM. My first thought was, wow, there's just so much potential up in Toronto.
We see these successful teams that are building a nucleus and winning championships. So what I want to know from you, Tim, what is your immediate strategy going to be as to what you're going to do to turn this thing around?
You have every right to be ticked off at us. We've done a terrible job here. And we owe you an apology, and I am here to give you that apology. We have absolutely taken your trust and your passion and abused it. And for that, I'm very sorry. But let me make it real clear. We are going to get at least one, if not two, great DPs. We promise. We are going to work until we find the right ones. The Galaxy are successful because of Robbie Keane and Landon Donovan and David Beckham in the past 2 years. In Toronto, we have not found that guy yet, or those guys yet.
Tim set out a goal of finding players by January, and we're going to do that. We don't have a lot of time because it's been 7 years, and the patience is growing thin from the fan base. A lot of people have left, but we're ready to hit the ground running. We got to sign up some world-class quality designated players. So yeah, there's pressure, but it's good pressure, and we want immediate results.
I think we've lost a lot of respect and integrity in the relationship with our fans. We're at the key moment here. We either lose this forever or we turn it around and get it back.